fürs nächste Jahr gibt es den SVG Wandkalender. Der sieht einfach großartig aus. 24 Bilder. Wir haben uns gedacht, wir sind noch schlauer. Machen pro Monat 2 Bilder. Das sind richtig tolle Bilder von den Jungs drauf, die man sonst nicht zu sehen bekommt. Weder in der Zeitung noch irgendwo anders. Also den gibt es bei uns neu im Fanshop. Doppelte Motivauswahl jeden Monat. Das ist der SVG-Kalender. Ich finde, ein optimales Geschenk. Ich finde optimal. Optimal.
Von mir aus braucht er auch nur bis zum Ende Mai zu gehen. So ungefähr. Weißt du?
Ja, ich weiß, was du meinst. So, und dann haben wir natürlich noch was für euch. Ich habe schon gesagt, es geht auf Weihnachten zu. In der Satzpause würde ich gar nicht so weit weggehen. Da gibt es hier nämlich noch was zu gewinnen. Da haben wir unseren Zufallsgenerator und mit dem werden wir mal auslosen, wer hier heute richtig schön wirklich Gewinn mitnimmt, den man nicht so nicht kaufen kann.
Absolut so nicht zu kaufen, aber
So,
ich gespannt. In der ersten Satzpause werden wir das machen.
ja. So, und dann haben wir, wie schon gesagt, heute Ethan Champion und Chris Bayern, die werden die Autogramme geben. Nach dem Spiel dort oben in dem Bereich zwischen B und C, irgendwo da drüben auf der Seite, da werden sie stehen. Nehmen sich die Zeit für eure Fotowünsche. Es gibt Fotos, es gibt Unterschriften, wie man das so macht bei Autogrammstunden.
Und dann, wer von ganz viel Volleyball noch nicht genug kriegen kann oder sich noch mehr informieren möchte über das Spiel heute, der findet natürlich auch ganz viele Informationen in unserer SVG und darin auch in dem Spieltagsflyer. Alles über den Lünen, alles über Sporting Lissabon.
Ja,
alles
genau. Ausgiebig über Sporting Lissabon, dieses Mal Crunch Time, unser Magazin. Ist alles mit dabei, alles, was ihr über den Gegner wissen müsst. Ist ja immer ganz interessant, wenn die Freunde weit wegkommen, dann hat der eine oder andere nochmal ein paar Fragen und gute Antworten, die aus diesem Fall drin. Nicht verpassen, Crunch Time, unser Magazin.
Und dann freuen wir uns auf ein richtig schönes Spiel und natürlich freuen wir uns wieder auf diese mega Atmosphäre in unserer LKH Arena. Und damit das noch schöner wird, brauchen wir wieder eure Unterstützung, denn ihr macht hier den Unterschied. In der wunderschönen LKH Arena. Herzlich willkommen nochmal!
Hello and a wonderful warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. It's the Eurovolley TV live coverage of day one of the Champions League. This is a Pool D fixture coming to you from Lüneburg in Hamburg, and it's SVG LÜNEBURG hosting on the road Sporting CEV LISBOA. The rookies for 2025-2026 season, Sporting Lisboa, they are doing fantastically well in their champions in the Portuguese league. They are debuting this season, and their end goal is to make sure that they can ease the drought of Portuguese teams not coming out of pool play. Hello and a wonderful warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. It's our live coverage of the Euro Volley TV Champions League pool stages, and this is Pool D as Sporting CP Lisboa flew in to Hamburg, and on the roads 50 kilometers southeast of Hamburg is Lüneburg to the LKH Arena in Lüneburg with a 3,200 seater capacity. The home team arriving, looking very relaxed. This is a tale of two different kinds of team. The Lisboa team, definitely a lot more seasoned pros. The Lüneburg team sitting at one of the youngest teams with Sho Takahashi at 30, the eldest of the Lüneburg players. Seeing the rival of Stefan Hubner. João Coelho, the head coach of
teams are first
Lisboa.
ranked in their leagues right now. What kind of game are you expecting today?
Well, a big game, a great atmosphere, of course, and for us, it's the first game on this Champions League group stage. It will be awesome. We are excited, and we're looking for it. Let's do it. Let's go, because it's a big opponent, a great project, but we also want to fight and want to rise our level.
It's the first game in the Champions League, so I think there's a little bit of nervousness. I think we still don't know about the level of the other team because they play in a different league, so it's hard to say. But it's a very experienced team, our opponent today, so yeah, we expect a tough match. But yeah, hopefully we can play on our highest level to compete with them.
Lisboa definitely excited for what's ahead. First time in the Champions League. It really doesn't get much better than this. They've got a few new recruits coming in 2025, but a few faces, but a lot to be recognized as well. For Lüneburg, well, they have only got two familiar faces. Joska Kunzmann and Neo Laumann are the only familiar faces, and a huge turnover for Lüneburg as they head into their Champions League campaign. LKH Arena seating 3,200, and it has been filling up fast. Plenty of red and black scarves in attendance and the familiar green and white stripes of Sporting Lisboa. Denise Austin here with you for what is going to be an exciting first ever match for Sporting CP Lisboa. Thiago Piera, captain for Sporting Lisboa, and Jesse Elsner, captain for Lüneburg. Pre-match toss. Niceties out of the way. Currently, both of these teams are having a very successful season domestically. As we take a look at the fixtures in the Pool D, they have got two giants of Polish volleyball. Seska Rzeszów, the wild card into the tournament, and Luron CMC Warta Zawiercie, the silver medalist from last year in the Champions League. So it's going to be a big ask for both of these teams to take on Zawiercie. This will be one of the fixtures. 3 teams break out of that pool going into those knockout stages. So this is going to be a crucial fixture. Both of these probably would have targeted heavily this opening debut match as the ones to win. Take a look at the lineup, the long lineup for Lisboa. No surprises on the long lineup on the teams travelling. And the home team looking at their lineup under coach Stefan Hübner. It's going to be interesting, the lineup, the head-to-head against these teams. They haven't played each other. They'll have done their scouting, they'll have done their homework, but who will they fancy for the starting lineup as we take a look at Sergei Grankin, the setter, the Russian setter, the most season decorated player on the court right now. Olympic gold medalist back in 2012. 2008 got the bronze medal in the World Championships, silver medal in 2007. Lisboa has 5 Portuguese players playing for them. Fresh, 3 of them fresh off their World Championship debut. Well, not debut, but World Championship resurrection, shall we say, with that fantastic win over Glambour. And if you were following the World Championships, it was a brilliant win for Portugal. And as coach João Coelho stated, it's an exciting challenge to face the best in the world in the best club competition in the world. And it's fantastic for our project, for our fans, to see the emerging quality of the sport in Portugal. We hope to continue to evolve and to be there with these great challenges. Stefan Hübner ahead of this event. He's always going to have a lot of respect for his opponents, as he said in his pre-match interview. We don't know what their level of league is like against our level of league. They're both doing successfully domestically. On the road, this is going to be an interesting thing. He will hope that the home advantage and the energy, and as you can see from the images in front of you, absolutely the crowd is going to bring their absolutely best. And it's going to be a case of, can their key players insert themselves into the game? And can the crowd rally the home team of Lüneburg? Definitely a much younger German team, and just 2 remaining players, the Germans of Kunzmann and Laumann, playing in 2004-5, but playing in 2005-6. There is a big roster turnover for Lüneburg. For Lisboa, they have not so many new players. Sergei Grankin, definitely a big addition. Mads Jensen from Denmark, the new players. Jan Pokorsnik from Slovenia. Lorenzo Martins, Portuguese addition. Max Aru from Estonia. But not as many, quite an established lineup. And just, there's going to be a few mixes and matches for Lisboa. But for Lüneburg, the fans will have been following their evolution through the German Bundesliga and seeing how well they're going to perform at home against SB Lisboa, SCP Lisboa. Big day. Yeah, we'll see. Arena Lüneburg is definitely stacking up. Great to see so many fans across the spectrum, young and old, really packing out the house. This was built in 2022, this arena. And it's going to be exciting. Who is going to be in that lineup? How are they going to stack off? And who's going to be the ones off to that flying start? Players from around the world, so well done to everybody that's up early or up late, tuning in from Russia, Cape Verde, Venezuela, Portugal, Brazil, France, Slovenia, Argentina, Denmark, Czechia, Estonia, USA, Sweden, Canada, Germany, Finland and Japan. Wherever you are in the world, thanks for joining us as we are about to get underway for the first of the Pool D fixtures. The next fixture for Lüneburg, they will be on the road, and that will be on the 1st of January, and they will be against the CSKA Rzeszów, the wild card on the road in Poland. If we take a look at our referees, Sonia Simonowska from Macedonia and Wim Cambre from Belgium are our officials this evening. Getting exciting, the fans are getting ramped up, and we are almost ready to rumble. 3 minutes, 45 seconds away from the kickoff. Fans bringing the energy and the excitement for the home team of Lüneburg. Just one loss so far this season for Sporting Lisboa with Les Urs on the road on the 25th of October, and Duren for Lüneburg. They lost on the 21st of November. Other than that, they're doing fantastically well this season. The familiar green and white stripes. As we take a look at the O lineup as we welcome them out onto court. Fantastic reception. The noise is ramping up here in the LKH Arena in Lüneburg. Wonderful sounds, wonderful sights. Definitely bringing the loud to the arena. These are the moments you train for. The big day is ahead. The big match, the opening campaign of the 2025-2026 Champions League is on us. Stefan Hübner, head coach of Lüneburg, alongside the head coach of João Coelho from Sporting CP Lisboa. Big day, big moment. The rookies in the Champions League, Sporting CP Lisboa looking to do some damage to the 3 times Champions League appearance from Lüneburg. And also a big day, congratulations on the appointment. The head referee, Sonja Simonovska, Macedonia. And Vin Combre from Belgium, the second referee. Good luck to you both, congratulations on the appointment as they take to their positions. Just making sure to double check that hardware. We welcome our players out onto court. Sergei Grankin, a very, very expected face. Kelton Tavares, Edson Valencia, Jonas Aguirre. The libero for Sporting Lisboa, Gonçalo Sousa. And now welcoming out the home team onto this big stage. The Champions League campaign begins. Santeri Valimar coming out. Axel Einlund alongside Daniel Gruegenes. And the libero, Sho Takahashi. Hübner running with a good lineup, ready to rumble. The noise is ramping, energies are high, and expectations are huge for Lüneburg, hosting Sporting Lisboa in their opening ever in the Champions League. Nerves are running high. Noise is ramping up. Sonja Simonovska ready to get that whistle going. And we are off. Pool D, the first match is underway, and it is Sporting CP Lisboa serving SVG LÜNEBURG. And it's the defense for LISBOA. Free ball back again to Lüneburg. Pinging it out wide and the throw down. The LISBOA players looking up to the referee saying, "You sure that wasn't a throw down?" But point to Lüneburg. Thierry Valimar, the Finnish international, on the service line. LISBOA push back, running the middle early. Nice to see that opening up. Big swing, big miss. Looking for the hands of LISBOA. Block, but doesn't find them. Big swing, but a huge miss. Plenty of fingers there to be found, but nothing going. Edson Valencia back to serve for LISBOA. Catching a huge chunk of net. A great pick up through the middle from Lüneburg. Going off the hands and side out Lüneburg. LISBOA using a double libero system. One for defense, one for receive. Beautiful pick up. Way to hold back and then find those hands second time around. Daniel Gruveas, the Swedish international, up next. Going deep at the libero and gets the ace. Big swing. Gruveas really catching this one well. Curveball, target accomplished. Looking for back-to-back aces. Just wide. Nice lead by LISBOA. Plenty of noise from the team shouting. That ball was indeed fora. As we just take a moment, Lüneburg just checking the line. And that ball was in. What a challenge from Lüneburg. And unfortunately, the loud shouts of out were not correct for LISBOA. And Lüneburg, the crowds, the fans, definitely happy about that. As Gruveas goes back to serve. This time, beautiful pass. Big swing, great touch, but unfortunately out of bounds. Good response from LISBOA. Really nice pass in. Could have gone anywhere. Out on the wing. Martins makes that finish. Beautiful passing. Lüneburg in a fantastic position. Get an easy overpass. Running the pipe. There it is. Job done. It's all about the first pass, and Lüneburg are in control. So Takahashi, libero, making sure he takes care of those easy balls in. LISBOA off to a slow start. Need to side out quickly. Little decelerated attack, fast play in, opportunity. Taken by the block of Lüneburg. Beautiful alignment on the left side. Axel Englund just making sure he gets in front of the LISBOA attack. Jackson Howe back to serve. Pass in a little bit off the net, has to go out onto the wing, and that's a great delivery. Frank Berschnick on the left side, coming in strong. Jonas Agogne from France back to serve. Good passing, finding the middle, squeezing it through. Lüneburg continue with excellent passing. Kunzmann running that middle play. The young German international joined Lüneburg in 2023. One of just 2 players that have played for Lüneburg, for not joining them this season, but previously. Big wipe off. Takahashi, beautifully played in. And off the hands, but no reaction from the Lisboa defence. A little slow in the backcourt. Plenty of time for Lisboa to get some kind of reaction off this swing. And you've got to say the Libero's got to take that one. Time out called by Lisboa. Time out called by Jean Coelho as they come back onto court. Big serving, Lüneburg continue the service pressure. Beautiful defense. But finally, Lisboa find the floor. That was a welcome side out for Sporting Lisboa. But beautiful defense, England. Reactionary plays, beautifully done. Lüneburg under a little bit of pressure, but open up the wing. Beautiful defense. Again, slowed down by Lüneburg at the net. Lisboa having to work hard at the front. Get to go again, and the overpass is hoovered up. Kunzmann at the net, like that one. Beautiful set, unfortunately for the Lisboa libero, unable to contain it, and Kunzmann seizes the opportunity. Ethan Champlin, USA international, joining Lüneburg from Gießen, formerly a UCLA Bruin. Lifting point as Jan Pocherschnik, the Slovenian international, back for Lisboa. Beautiful take, Takahashi organised. And what a finish, beautiful delivery. You've got to love that one. Daniel Grueves, Swedish international on the left wing. Neymar just putting it perfectly. Not even taking a breath to get that one delivered. Pressure applied. Big defense. England making some incredible defense, but it's the transition from England. Sometimes when you're the one operating at that pace, you get the defense in and then you get the delivery back because you are revving and ready to go. Kunzmann back to serve. Great wipe off. Really nice use of the middle. Grankin opening up the middles. So important for Lisboa if they need to pin the big middles of the German team, Lüneburg. Tavares pins Takahashi. Takahashi with something on it, but can't get the rebound, and that's frustrating, but beautiful block work by Sporting Lisboa. Takahashi reeling from the pass, couldn't quite get himself in a good defensive position, not enough strength behind the ball. Great defense from LISBOA. 7 serving 11. Big serve. Kelton Tavares winding that one off, across the body, ducking out the way. Yes. With that ball being aced over the shoulder of the outside from Lüneburg. Time out called by Stefan Hubner. Good pushback by LISBOA. Time in for Lüneburg, having called their timeout. Both teams having called a timeout relatively early in the start of this first set. Beautiful defense. Martins pings it out wide. Lüneburg continue to be big at the net, and that is a brilliant option. Good decision making by Lüneburg. Jackson Howe through the middle, receives it back. Slow down, opportunity to just run that play quickly. Frustration for the LISBOA defense, but the block not high enough, and that's a good option play from Lüneburg. Hustle is on. Oh, and that is a beautiful, well-formed block by LISBOA. The hustle was on, but Lüneburg with an ambitious set, great block formation. Edson Valencia, the Venezuelan international, on the service line, pings Takahashi. Oh, great foot skills. But a double has been called because you can't double the ball if the ball goes over the net. You can double it if you manage to keep it on your side of the net. So on this pickup, phenomenal foot skills, but this ball here had to stay. Beautiful foot skills, love that. The second ball, or the set, had to stay on the side of Sporting LISBOA. Levash, Swedish international, back to serve. LISBOA getting the call right. Nice chorus of calls. Crowd here in the arena in Lüneburg. Almost full to capacity, 3,200 people strong. Martins. Call for a foot fault by the head referee. Sonia Simonovska catching that one early. But it was an ambitious serve. Lorenzo Martins, Portuguese international, competed in the World Championships this summer. Jackson Howe back to serve. That is a beautiful serve. Gets the easy free ball. England gets dug, but Lüneburg just keep continuing. Oh, a little bit of mix-up, and now Grankin releasing his outside, high off the hands, big swing. Jan Pukashnik on the outside, delivery for Grankin. Off LISBOA go. Gunier catches a huge chunk of the net band, but is rejected. Jonas, French international, joined from Santo in 2024. Oh, and a big ace. Big serve. Axel England winding up the arm, pinning Martin's back. Cannot get a platform constructed. 16-11. Lüneburg continue their onslaught. This time, there's some containment. Grankin desperate to find his opposite, and he certainly does. That is a beautiful release, Edson Valencia, the Venezuelan international, catching that one beautifully. Apologies as he pins England. Oh, apologies, not England. Valimar, the setter. And now, Russian setter, Grankin back to serve. And yet again, Lüneburg continue to use the high hands of the Lisboa block. Ethan Chaplin, the outside from USA. Looking to get some service damage done this time around. Big serve, big ace. Just letting it rip from the service line. Wonderful acceleration. What a jump. I mean, goodness me, he'd be doing well in the long jump. And time out called by Sporting Lisboa. No signs of substitutions just yet. Sage advice and João Coelho with an international squad here in the timeout in English. Just don't care about it. It's a big deal. It's a big day. They came in with huge ambition against Lüneburg. They've had a fantastic season in Portugal, but it's leveling up in this stadium where you can hardly hear. Wonderful fan reception for Lüneburg. Ethan Champlin back to serve. This time goes a little long, no challenge. Timeout doing what it says on the tin, a little bit of frustration from Champlin, knowing that he really wanted that one to go again. Koshnik. Hit that one, got himself underneath it. There was a little moment where it hung in the air. Was that going to land in? Not this time. 19-13. Running the pipe, beautiful movement. Koshnik through the middle. Beautiful passing. Plenty of opportunity and confusing the early block by Lüneburg. Big opportunity. Now Kelton Tavares back to serve. Tricky. This is tight as well, and that is so clever. Lisboa will be reeling. They knew that that was their opportunity, but it was such a clever play. Riveyes there, just with the left hand, just working off of the block, and those are the ones that sting. João Coelho looking for a challenge. Not a bad idea. Haven't used their challenges yet. Definitely used their timeouts already, so looking for potentially maybe did it stay on the hands of Lüneburg attack? We shall wait to see as our challenge referee, goes along with challenge cameramen. used to be. Oh, we called for a net touch. There we go. Confirmation of the challenge by LISBOA. Is there a... I'm not sure who touched it. No, I think it's actually LISBOA who are in the net on this one. Well worth trying to slow it down as the point remains with Lüneburg. The distraction techniques as SVG Lüneburg 6 points ahead, 5 points away from putting this first one in the bag. Can Sporting CP LISBOA mount a comeback? Lemar gets it in. Oh, that is some finish. Valencia down the sidelines, just elevating, just dropping that the left shoulder to be able to exercise that line. And that is the delivery that we are expecting from Granken. And now it's Valencia back to serve, looking to sort of build on that attack. 15 serving 20. Block work from LISBOA. Gonna need to kick in. This is an opportunity now, limited attack lines. Oh, and off the block, the wheels were on, but unfortunately Nicolas Perrin, the defense libero, couldn't get the second touch. Oh, apologies, that's Gonzalo Sousa, the Portuguese libero. Substitution, 17 on. Substitute setter Armando Escalante. And that is all it takes sometimes. Little substitute. Good pressure applied. Oh, and what a release. Beautiful hands. Valimar just finding his middles perfectly. Good attack line run, creating opportunities, keeping the defense in front. Jackson Howe from the middle attack back into the serve. The net rejects. Lüneburg serve. Frustration. When you're that middle and you're on backcourt, you just want to serve so you can play a little bit more defense. These pesky liberos waiting to substitute on. Back to serve, Jonas Agonier. Great defense, opportunity for LISBOA. Left hand finds the hands, no, looking for them, can't find them. Big opportunity not taken. Mads Jensen, a part of the double substitution for LISBOA. LISBOA calling for a challenge, block touch. Way wide. It was an ambitious call, but on screen, in the arena, Lüneburg are just continuing their march. 23 serving 17. Time running out for LISBOA in this first set. The challenge though, doing what it's meant to. It's that putting you on ice. Daniel Grueveas want that one back again. Mads Jensen back to serve. And timeout called by Lüneburg. Not a bad idea, they've got another timeout in their bag. Maybe just settle it down, make sure they get themselves across the finish line late in the first set. It's a big deal at home. Debut in the Champions League. Stefan Huber just reminding them what's incoming, who have they got, who they're facing, what rotation have they got, what do you need to do. They will have done their homework, they will have figured out who they are going to be racking up with on certain rotations. it's just a case of just note to self. Jensen, Danish international, back to serve. Missed the block touch on the last big swing. Now he's on the service line. Can he wind up that big left hand? Giving himself the best opportunity. Big approach, but the timeout doing exactly what it says on the tin. Error. And Grankin back onto court to set. 6 set points for SVG Lüneburg. Ethan Chaplin back to serve, serving for the first set. Gets a big chunk of net, big touch by LISBOA. Off the head, unfortunately goes after it again. And that is the first set in the bag for SVG Lüneburg in their debut match in the 2025-2026 Pool D of the Champions League. Unfortunately for LISBOA, couldn't get out the way of the block from Lüneburg. So we take a look, confirmation, first set in the bag, 25-18. Taking a look at the stats for the first set. Well, the blocks from LISBOA are there, no finished blocks for Lüneburg. However, you do feel that the amount of blocks they were able to put up definitely slowed down the attack. 4 aces, though that is huge for Lüneburg, and the errors creeping up for LISBOA. Take a look at some of the highlights from the first set. Definitely seem to have the more of the mind than Lüneburg attack. Definitely a little bit more range, finding their attack capabilities, and the service pressure was huge. And there we have the finish setter in touch with his offense. LISBOA threw what they could at it, and just couldn't find their way through blocks. And that is a block. Surely you've got to say that that in the stats should have gone down to a block from Lüneburg. Looking for the lineups at the start of set 2. Are there going to be any switches by the coaches? Juan Coelho through a little double substitution late in the match, as you would expect, that double sub of setter and opposite. Not really making the impact, couldn't quite get themselves back into that first set. It was a service pressure from Lüneburg, definitely did the damage. Brilliant crowd here in the arena in Lüneburg. 3,200 fans in attendance. Brilliant to see a packed house for the debut of the Pool D. The reverse fixture will be on the 10th of February when Lüneburg go on the road to LISBOA. LISBOA would like to get some sets in their bag. Can they just get out of the gate or just hang on to Lüneburg as that scoreboard pressure makes its mark? So Takahashi prowling. The arena rocking as we are underway at the start of the second set in Lüneburg. Ethan Champlin doesn't quite meet the expectations of the crowd as the first point goes on the board to Sporting CP Lisboa. Tavares, Portuguese international at the World Championships, originating from Cape Verde, gets them underway, but unfortunately the LISBOA block just wide. That's really unfortunate. Good lineup. Eugenio Valencia. Really unfortunate, but great line. Just catching them a little bit flat on the roof. England had a good service game in the first set. This time it's contained. Martins defended, hustles on, but the second touch cannot be corralled back into court. LISBOA are struggling to find that finish. Omar, all smiles. Joshka Kunzman just drops this one in, but that's an underpass. LISBOA has got to do better. Too far off the net, taking that strike, unable to find the floor, and those are the errors that they need to eradicate right now. That underpass for what felt like a relatively easy serve. Grankin unable to accelerate this with the big set, keeping the attack off the net. Martins just not finding the court. And the noise is just getting bigger. This time, ball out of bounds. And LISBOA back to serve. England. A little frustrated with the error. Well, Quaglio. Just trying to figure out what more do we need to do. Edson Valencia back to serve. Going after the serve, but unfortunately for LISBOA, not really finding that groove. There is a lot of maturity in this LISBOA team. Just can't quite seem to find their groove just there. They definitely need it from the service pressure. Still an underpass. That is a good angle though, well played. Rankin able to get a faster delivery out to the wing. Just catching the receiver a little high. Boschnik not getting the platform that he needs. Got to do better if they want to take down Lüneburg in the second set. Until Martins fires one. But what a pass. Good defense. Works her hands, but only as far as that is a beautiful pass. Defense goes long. Takahashi corralling that one. Beautiful shielding by the libero. And this young German Lüneburg side are playing like a proper unit. It's a relatively new formation for 2025, but they are looking very solid. Quaglio just having a word with our second referee. I think we might be having a challenge. We'll have confirmation of exactly what that challenge is. On-court captain having a quick word. And centerline fault, there is your challenge. Make the challenges after the point. You have to do it during the rally. Makes for a more free-flowing game. As our head referee, Sonia Simonovska, just taking a long look. And no foot fault. What a great rescue play. Managing to avoid full foot going over the centre line. it's well worth a challenge. Sometimes in the hurry up of the play, you can't always quite get a full view. And looking to slow Lüneburg down. But as far as Lüneburg concerned, it just meant more time to get ready for a pressured serve. But there's a big block, and that is a huge move. Grankin on the right wing, joined by Jonas Agunye on the right side. Agunye back to serve. Big rip. The defense of LISBOA was perfectly placed. Just not able to get the contact they're looking for. Gershnik in a good position, just getting back a little bit late, not able to retract quick enough and get the defense he's looking for. Brilliant pipe. What a play. Lorenzo Martins elevating. And it's Pokershnik, the outside hitter for LISBOA, who is the target of the service receive. And he has got to get those balls fired in. Sergei Grankin, setter for LISBOA, back to serve. Goes for a big serve and gets an ace. Big moment. So seasoned, so experienced, and this is what LISBOA were looking for when they brought Grankin in. Moving for the very first time into the Champions League. Grankin this time off of the net. Beautiful pass. Grankin gets the touch, but frustrated not being able to get the next ball playable. Good movement. What a play by Lüneburg. Axel England been really effective on the service line. Yet again gets a really tight pass. And the ricochet play isn't kept in bounds, and that is frustrating for LISBOA. England doing damage. Portugal, LISBOA throwing everything at it, but cannot keep it in bounds. And just when you think they're getting their way back in, they find a way to deconstruct yet again. João Galho just taking his time, getting that court wiped. No rush. Axel England trying to keep his composure. This time a little bit of pace taken off of it. Oh, what a touch from Takahashi. But unfortunately, Champlin goes wide on the big swing. Love the confidence, though, of SVG LÜNEBURG, not shying away. Jan Pershnik goes after it. This is tricky. Oh, but it's this time resetting Champlin. Such a nice move. Champlin holding his ground. This time finds the slightest of a seam in the Portuguese LISBOA block. Looking to take that swing onto the service line, Ethan Champlin. The noise is deafening. Champlin frustrated yet again by the net. Not quite finding his groove on the service line. Splitting the zone, keeping it within one. Champlin with the pass. Big move off the hands. And yet again, England, big approach, wonderful footwork, avoiding that 3-meter line, just waiting for the hands to form. Just for Kunzmann, 6 points so far. Easy leave. LISBOA continue with their double substitution. Salsa in defense, Perrin in receive. And Valencia yet again cannot find that action from the serve line. So annoyed with yourself. Just want that one back again, but Lüneburg with this 2-point advantage. Terry Salama puts pressure on. And Salima with the on-one option set. Love that, hurrying up the play. But a beautiful lead by LISBOA. And it's again Jan Pokershnik on the receive who is putting LISBOA under pressure. There's got to be some outsides on the bench that are chomping to get on that court, surely, for LISBOA to just try and see if they can settle the receive down for the green and white. Great use of the hands on the outside. Daniel Graves, cleverly worked, pinged out wide. Hasn't got much real estate at this point. Go hard on the angle, look for those hands. And frustration yet again for LISBOA. Cannot make inroads on this 2-point cushion. Big wind up. Tricky serve, gets the ace. Big serve. Lorenzo Martins unable to keep that ball under control, and the frustration continues. What a serve, proper curveball. Pokershnik, there is a substitution that you would have expected for Jan Galabov, the Czechia international. Keeping it flying, I can get something on it and gets the result they needed. Big swing from the left side. Grankin having to work really, really hard, and I love this interaction between him and his players. Galabov on as the substitute, adds some extra firepower, and that is a brilliant substitute with a big swing by the Czechia player. Can they make inroads on the service line? 4-1 in aces in the first set. This is crucial now for LISBOA. But what a pass. And sneaking through the Portuguese block. Grankin cannot believe it. He felt like he really had this one. Grankin now finding his way through. Somehow back to serve. Well kept flying. That was some set by Sergei Grankin. Valencia waiting for that delivery, and this was LISBOA. Dismantled, but not down. Big play. Those are the ones. Valencia, that's what he needed. Grankin gets this ball into play. They've got to make the defense, but the one-on-one block, late arrival by the middle block from LISBOA, and that is a big put away. Just holding the middle's ground, releasing a one-on-one block. Beautiful set distribution from Valimar. 15 serving 12. Good recovery. Oh, and that is some set. Grankin releasing it early. Beautiful put away. Tavares waiting, ready, and with a big with the arm, finding the seam. Above now from the baseline, gets it into play. Takahashi gets it up, and what a wipe off. The frustration continues for Lisboa. Tavares working hard on the wing, but not able to get enough of a front from Martins on the line. Sound of the crowd is huge. Oh, what a set. Incredible move by Grankin. And that is what he needs, accelerated pass, getting that ball, nailing this pass. Every opportunity, one-on-one, job done. Malo Galemsi rallying the crowd, loving the tartan. Got to get the defense now. This is tricky. Opportunity now for Lisboa on the block. But yet again, out on the wing. Daniel Grovius is just too good. Hands are there. Valencia just giving him enough to work off. 17-14. England been so effective on the serve line. This time, better containment. Oh, the ricochet play. Good defense. Oh, and what a touch, but unfortunately nobody could get down off the block to get the second ball on it. And the ricochet play is falling so fortunately for Lüneburg. Time out called by Sporting CP Lisboa. João Coelho into the box with his players.
They are aggressive on the attack. We also need to be. From the first, second, and third attack. They don't kill the first, they kill the second. Be aggressive. Be centralized on kicks, for the kicks, on shots. Let's go, guys. Don't stop. Don't stop. Hey.
Jan Galabov definitely had an impact on the substitution, but Lüneburg just continue their creep ahead. Just not quite fending off completely Lisboa, however. The use of the block has been too good. Definitely the energy and the excitement of the crowd bringing the sound. And unfortunately for Valencia, it goes off the net and out. And the woes continue for Edson Valencia from the Venezuelan international. The opposite, not quite there, a little bit low. And this time, some light reprieve for Lisboa. Absolutely packed house. Looking around, cannot see a free seat. Valencia has not had the impact from the serve. Can he do some damage? Takes a little pace off of it, but then you've got a beautiful pass. The hustle, the overpass, off of the hands yet again, and it is Groundhog Day for Sporting CP Lisboa at the net with the use of their fingertips. Can't seem to quite get the angle they need. And Valencia off. As Mads Jensen makes his way in. Good pass. What a pass. And that is exactly what you get when you get beautiful delivery. Wonderful move. Magugne through the middle, just waiting for this. Beautiful move. And the substitute setter delivering a perfect play. Oh, what a pass. But the block finally drops for Lisboa. That was the one they have been waiting for. And it seems like a long time coming. Beautiful pressure from the serve. There was the block. And it is Gelibov with the one-on-one and the right shape at the net that gets the point, and time out called by Lüneburg. Stefan Hubner just settling it down. Had a nice cushion. They grew that cushion, pumped it up a little bit. Buoyancy is always a harder thing to hold onto towards the tail end of any set. Those 5 points seem bigger towards the end of a set than they do at the beginning. Lorenzo Martins. Out of the timeout, and the timeout doing its job, frustratingly so for Sporting Lisboa. Lisboa still with the double substitution. Jensen and Vascalente in. And Jensen is smothered at the net by Lüneburg. Ethan Champlin holding his ground, sensing where it's coming in. Beautiful press. And really nice lively hands, making sure he guarantees a flat roof over the attack of Lisboa. Timeout called for Sporting Lisboa. Juan Coelho throwing everything he can at it, but not getting the results they need. Time in. Sporting Sheepy Lisboa. Time's running out in the second set. They would definitely have liked to have kept this one closer. Can they edge their way back? Big serve! Daniel Groveos on the service time brings up a big ace. Groveos taking it right between the moving parts of the Lisboa receive, and that is such a good serve. Stefan Huber happy about that one. Almost happy. Groveos back again. This time goes long. The damage has been done.
Let's go, Lüneburg. Let's go. Let's go, Lüneburg. Let's go.
Let's go, Lüneburg are in full force. A little bit bent out of shape, Champlin. Good recycling. The throw down, and it's thrown through the Lisboa block. And the buoyancy from this young Lüneburg team is massive. Just not enough press, too much cavity wall available to the Lüneburg attack. Serving for the set. Under pressure. Martins gets the ball in, and that is some delivery. Gordon Tavares creating opportunities through the middle. It just can't release him enough. So quick through the middle. That's Jensen. Getting ready to serve. However, timeout called from Lüneburg. And it's not a bad shout. Usually those timeouts do result in either a service error or a deceleration of the attack. Incredible sounds, absolutely incredible. Every single Lüneburg fan right now raising the roof. 3,200 capacity, and I think we are at that, and then maybe some more. Looks like there's some steps and some standing room only. 24 serving 19. Mads Jensen looking to keep this second set flying, but there is exactly what it says on the tin, the error from Sporting Lisboa, and Lüneburg take the second set convincingly. Jensen going heavy after the serve, but cannot quite get the angles. Good leave, second set in the bag, 25-19. What is to be done for Sporting CEV Lisboa? Juan Coelho made some substitutes. Jan Galabov definitely made a passing impact, perhaps might get the nod to start the third set. You got the double substitution of Armando Velasquez and Mads Jensen. Try to keep a little bit of height on the block with that double substitution, but it's potentially maybe that one substitution on the outside with the passing. The passing unit has been disbanded by the service pressure of Lüneburg. Lisboa definitely got the firepower if they can find the fuel. They are a little bit undercooked on their reception and then cannot release as many opportunities to find the fire. This young SVG LÜNEBURG's team are looking very, very buoyant. However, they're young. The potential to get some subdued response if Lisboa can get ahead. However, Lüneburg have shown acceleration from the beginning and they have not looked back. Join the conversation, hashtag CL Volley Men on the CEV Champions League. Find us on Instagram.
Der dritte Satz wird präsentiert von Volley-ball. Und wir haben vor euch natürlich auch noch eine Zuschauerzahl.
Start of set 3. The opening match of Pool D in the CEV Champions League. Rubeas having a good start for SVG LÜNEBURG. Been impactful at the net as well as on the service line. Galabov definitely gets the nod for starting ahead of Jan Pokerschnik as Lorenzo Martins back to serve for the opener for Lisboa. Sporting CEV Lisboa on the road looking to make an impact in the third set. 2-0 down. What can the Portuguese side find? They need more damage from the service line, but it's Takahashi with the pass, and that is clever. Gonzalo Salsa unable to see that one coming. Bit of a tight pass, and that is clever. If you're the libero, you've got to say, you've got to see that one. Puts Lisboa under pressure immediately. Does it hit the floor? It does, and that is frustrating. Using the block for the recycle. It's hit the floor right in front of Nicholas Perrin. That is frustrating for the Lisboa defence. Panama. Kalama gives LISBOA a little bit of a reprieve. LISBOA on the ball, 1 serving 2. But it's an easy pass. Great elevation and in. Love that swing hitter, taking the first ball, receiving it back beautifully. Kalama going, go on, you passed that one, you earned it. Getting the line tag. Reverse from the front line to the back line and then into the net. Just realising he underthrew that one. Wish, note to self, next time you get the chance, get that one a little bit higher. 2 serving 3. Sergi Grankin. Jumping, getting that one in perfectly. The one-on-one. Jumping. Sergi Grankin with the defense. But the seam between the 2 LISBOA defenders is dismantled. It's great touching. There's a lot of lively touches from Sporting LISBOA. However, cannot seem to keep that ball flying enough to get that ball to the floor. Jackson Howe takes the pace off. Good pass in, Martins. Valencia, does he get it off of the hand? No, he does not. That is frustrating for Edson Valencia on the wing. The opposite on this rotation here, looking for the hands, but gets the aerial first. It's a little wide. Jackson Howe on the service line, formerly of Trinity Western from Poitevin in France, in Lüneburg now for this season. Oh, and that is huge. Finally, the big throw down, and Valencia trying to find that fuel, the fire. Good swing block, big pressure. The reach of the LISBOA block has been the issue. They can't quite find the press that they need. That is a phenomenal serve though, and Jan Galabov just backing it up from the service line. Big swing, right at the feet. Grovejas. And LISBOA need to keep making impacts on the serve. Pressure's on. This is an opportunity now. And there is the middle release that we absolutely need for Kelvin Tavares through that middle. Now LISBOA level again. If you are Sergi Grankin right now, you just want everything through Kelvin Tavares. If you can just keep him pinned through that middle, then there's opportunity, because the speed of attack is incredible. Good defense. Oh, and that's huge. Until Martin squeaks that one through. And LISBOA with the lead. This is massive. Great hustle. Good pullback. Martin's finding that one through. And LISBOA now with the lead, 6 serving 5. A little bit off the net, opportunity now. And this is huge. Finally, LISBOA are keeping Lüneburg off of the net, get them away from the net, which has been so effective. And now the blocks are slowing it down. Grankin can release his attack. And time out called by Lüneburg. First time that Lüneburg have been trailing. First time that Lüneburg had to call their timeout first. This is huge by Sporting CEV LISBOA at the second set. time in for Lüneburg. Jan Galabov, Czechia international. Keep it on Takahashi, who gets a big drive in, and that is a very solid 1, 2, 3 side out. Kunzmann on the left wing. Big middle, pass running it through the left side. And an ace. Big point. Axel England. Phenomenal game so far for the Swedish international. Oh, what a curveball. No getting that one. Lorenzo Martins just stood there. You just got to go. Well played. Great serve. Doesn't get much better than this. This time a little long, but it was close. And the relief from Sporting Lisboa is huge. Good retraction on the receive. Lisboa still with a lead, but reduced to 1. Tavares with a big ace, and this is exactly what Lisboa needed. Need to get the service pressure. It has to be consistent. It has to remain ruthless. And now you look at the Lüneburg team, and they look a very different picture. Picture. It's hard. It's not as easy to remain buoyant when the pressure is on. That is the crux. Takahashi takes control. And there is the delivery. Champion on the left side. Very solid when he gets that fast release. Tavares just took a little bit of the pressure off. It was an easier pass. Takahashi just taking control. Eight serving 9. And the woes for Champion continue from the service line. Hasn't really found his groove. Edson Valencia puts the pressure on, gets the overpass, but it's the block from Lüneburg and no cover from Lisboa. Big move. Valimar, front court setter, can make the block on the overpass, and there's no defense from Lisboa. This is heartbreaking for the Lisboa fans. Good passing, and that's the release through the middle. Beautiful link, Jonas Aguenier creating space for Grankin. But it is the first pass that has been so crucial, the turnaround by this Lisboa team. They've got to keep the pressure on. 11 serving 9. The distribution to Champlin through the pipe was good, but over-rotated, and that's a huge lead. And now Lisboa with a 3-point cushion. Huge, big turnaround. Champlin couldn't quite get the footwork. By the time he gets the hand contact, he's run out of real estate, and this is massive for Lisboa. Opportunity now for Lüneburg. Ah, sweet angles. Daniel Gruvejas with these, in the end, relatively easy passing. It's that fast delivery and an out body swing. Big pressure, but what a pass. And the defense, Lisboa continues. They look a little bit slow, not quite as down as they need to be. not tidying up the floor space. Beautiful angles though by Lüneburg. 11-13. Can LISBOA hold on? There's the pipe again, and yet again the pipe eludes Lüneburg. Reyes has been so consistent, but this time the pipe has been underset, not enough elevation. And Grankin, error from the Russian setter on the service line. Just needs to keep the pressure on the receive of Lüneburg right now. The crowd trying to rally their team. Looking a little bit more anxious. Jackson Howe, the Canadian international, gets it into play. Fired in. Big release through the middle, but an even bigger block. Grinchman holding his ground. Takes a little pop, gets a good shape on the net, and it's just the press at the right height. And again, those pipe attacks, Lorenzo Martin's not got the elevation he needed from the set. Howe. Into the net. He's made a +1, that little dent in the scoreboard. However, the three-point cushion continues for LISBOA. Can they get a set in the bag? Every single point, every single set potentially might have the impact at the tail end of the group stages. Galabov, oh, pressure's on. But with the funky set comes the long hit, and that is what service pressure will get you. A dismantled pass. Desperately trying to backpedal, but the opportunity to have a fluid release was not there, and timeout called by Lüneburg.
Now, every time we go to the service line, we want to make one break as a group. Okay? Make them play again.
Stefan Hübner. Every time we go back to the service line, we want to make one play every group. They're basically looking to just dent their way back in. Just get 1+1 if you can, but they have to make LISBOA play. So maybe take a little bit of heat off the serve. LISBOA with a 4-point cushion. This is massive for the on-the-road side, Sporting CP LISBOA. And this man, Jan Galabov, coming on tail end of the second set, starting the third set, definitely with the pass and the serve, made an impact. Great pressure after the timeout, but off the hands yet again goes Lüneburg. This young Finnish setter, Santeri Valimar, beautiful jump set, fast delivery, using middle on the left side, so you've got a doubled up left side attack between Kunchman and whoever's on the outside. Good pressure. This is the +1 that Hübner was looking for. Valimar gets the recovery, and what a swing down the line by Champlin. Clever, very, very clever stuff. And sometimes that's all it needs. Time out called by João Coelho. That was Sporting Lisboa. As Lüneburg raid that lead with the +2 on the serve.
On the middle, on the bases. We are in, we go straight or leave. Let's go straight on the ball. Let's go, let's go. Hey.
It's not easy on the road, especially with a very noisy home crowd in the LKH Arena in Lüneburg. The first two sets were tough, 21-18, 25-18, 25-19. LISBOA now with a 2-point cushion, but service pressure firmly back in Lüneburg's hands. And it is this young man, Axel England from Sweden, who has done the most damage. Looking to ice England out. Big take. This is a big swing. And finally, the defense recovery. Lüneburg up to the task. But the angles disappear, looking for the block touch off their hands. There's going to be a challenge from Lüneburg, I believe. There is indeed, as we take a look at the replay. Good hustle from Lüneburg. Goes for the big swing. As we go to the challenge. Cameras, is there a block touch from Sporting Lisboa? It will be from Carlton Tavares as he made his way. And yes, there is the tiniest of touches through the middle finger. And that is a very successful challenge from SVG Lüneburg. And yet again, Axel England on the service line doing the most damage for Lüneburg. You do feel like he is player of the match so far. Good pass. Great angles and what a scene found. Valencia on that right wing. And that is clever. LISBOA opposite, just decelerating the attack, keeping a 2-point cushion on their side out. However, LISBOA would definitely like to extend that again. Takahashi on the flying retrieve. And the hands of LISBOA continue to thwart them as Lüneburg. The young attack from SVG Lüneburg. Given a wall in front of them, they continue to recycle and abuse the Sporting Lisboa defense. However, Lisboa have an opportunity. Ethan Champlin, apologies. Gets the ball into play. That's crucial. Oh, but that is some hit from Valencia. That's the kind of form that he needs. And now, can he take that swing? That was a huge swing to the service line. Rankin releasing perfectly. And the body shot, the head shot to Valimar. That one's got to hurt. Edson Valencia. From Valencia, from Venezuela. Oh, my goodness me, my... Here we go, Edson Valencia from Venezuela on the service line. Gets it in, pressure's on, good take. And what a heave, I love that move at Ethan Champlin. He's like, get out of the way, don't you dare play it. I'm gonna push you out of the way just to make sure that you're nowhere near it. Great hustle. I love that. Yes, please. Stefan Hubner, like that one a lot too. And we have got a substitution on the service line. Number 18, Axel Larsen from Denmark coming on. And what a delivery. Haven't seen him since the warm-up. Gets some pressure on. However, Lisboa respond beautifully. And this is the passing. Jan Kalabov has made a massive impact. Martin's just buoyant on the outside. Making sure he keeps his feet away from that centre line. 2018. Can Sporting CP Lisboa hang on through to the third set finish line? Double substitution happening for Lisboa again. Oh, and that is Ethan Champlin having a moment. He's missed a couple, but that was the delivery he was looking for. Big move, big drawback. Not over-rotating the shoulders and fixing the attack line. Big side out. And Terry Valimar back to serve. Oh, problems. And just when you commentator's curse, Jan Kalabov, who has had a brilliant passing game, suddenly with the pressure on, overpasses, pressured serve. And this is really unfortunate. And what a finish through the middle from Jackson Howe. And the pressure now continues on Kalabov. Can he rescue this one? This is going to be tricky. Opportunity. And that is hanging on by a thread. Lorenzo Martins pushed away the setter to get this set, the libero, sorry, get this set out, and that was a big swing for Valencia. Jonas Ageni. (21-20). Takahashi delivers. Champion in a groove. Love how Santeri Valimar, he's like, you're on it, you're feeling it, I'm going to just keep working this. This time a little bit more rotation, but still finding that sideline. 21 all. The buoyancy's back. 4-point game, and the Lisboa reception has diminished. Oh, that's a big swing, but even bigger dig from Takahashi. Good hustle. Valencia has to adjust. Oh, gets a big swing, and Takahashi. Finally, they dismantle the Lüneburg libero. And Lisboa hang on. Just a little bit too tight on the aggressive setting from Valimar. And Valencia, he has got into his groove. Lisboa up by 1. As we have a challenge from SVG LÜNEBURG. Not about long look and long side at the project in Cambrai. Sometimes these late challenges can be quite hard to find. There's a lot of coverage to be looked at. Crowd rallying. Here we go. Here's a look at the centre line football. Lisboa. I think SVG LÜNEBURG might be saying, well, surely that's not the one we were looking for, but I think Stefan Hubner just saying, let's shake this one off. It was just about timing out the service pressure. Rankin gets it into play. And big opportunity taken. What a freebie! Edson Valencia is not going to miss that one. And this is a rare error. Unbelievable scenes here in Lüneburg. As Lisboa edge ahead with a 2-point cushion yet again. Opportunity now. Libero's got a dig set it. Valencia, he's hot, and he's suddenly not. That is such a kicker for Valencia. He has been in a little purple patch. Just over-rotated. Trying to find the floor instead of working those 6 hands that were in front of him. But Lüneburg with the service pressure to be found. Substitution, just Elsa on. This could be a tricky one. Gets it under play. Oh, Valencia with a massive miss hit. Incredible. But the pass from the libero put Grenkin in a pickle. Valencia way out of sync. And now we are all square. Time out called by John Coelho and Sporting CB Lisboa. Unbelievable scenes at the tail end of this third set here in Lüneburg.
If we are suffering, we calm down on the attack, we play the second ball.
Edson Valencia rescued the way into this set, took advantage, but then back-to-back errors by the opposite have put them at peril yet again. The side-out advantage remains with Lisboa, but the damage is done and we are into a draw. Will it be match point? Will it be set point incoming next? Time in. Just Elsa back to serve for Lüneburg. Well kept flying. The pipe release off the hands, and that is a big swing. Lorenzo Martins through the pipe. And now set point for Sporting Lisboa. And Galabov serving for the set. He's going after it. Puts pressure on. Good pass. Great slow down. Opportunity now. And Lisboa, they get the hands. They've done it. Big third set victory for Sporting Lisboa as we are heading to our fourth set. Lisboa hanging on. Big wipe off of the hands of England. And finally, Sporting Lisboa get themselves across that finish line. It was hit and miss for a time towards the tail end of that third set. But Lisboa with it in the bag, 25-23. It's 10 points gifted to Lisboa. They put the service pressure on. They kept Lüneburg further off the net. The passes weren't there. The set started to finish. Lüneburg was keeping it on Sanferi Ganimar at the tail end. So almost gave it away, but they can't off. Fans looking a little bit more concerned. And if you want to join the conversation online, hashtag CEV Volley-ball, Champions League Volleyball 2026. Will these two teams be in the mix? The way this pool is going to shape up with the two Polish powerhouses, Seka, Resovia, Rzeszów, and alongside them, Luron, CMC, Vata, Davierchev. It's going to be a big ask taking on the Polish team. So to get third place in Great Pool, these are the ones that these teams definitely would have targeted when they looked at the pool. Hard to say, but if you're sort of looking at the form of the teams and the sort of levels of the teams, potentially that's where this pool might be played out. We've got a long way to go to the final stages. Last matches will be on the 18th of February. We are underway, set 4 of Pool D in the 2025-26 Champions League. The first match is underway, and it is Ethan Champlin who gets us underway. But that is a big swing through the middles. And Jonas Aguirre, the French player, having a good one. This is a beautiful ball, beautiful pass in, and Sergei Grankin just releasing the middle early. It's always that thing, isn't it? You definitely want to get your middles going so you can pin your opponent's middle blocker to that middle, not trying to get a one-on-one on the outside. And here it goes, business as usual. Again, Axel England on that right side being so effective for Lüneburg. Portuguese block not as well abused in the third set. And this is where Sporting Lisboa, with their seasoned players, slightly more experience on the court. New players this season, but not as many new players. And Grankin looking to drop that one in, just undercooks that one. When the pass is there for Sergei Grankin, there is no one better at the delivery. It's when they are dismantled a little bit, you don't quite get those quick feet to the ball. And that is the pass they're looking for. Oh, what a swing. Jan Galabov on the right side for this rotation. Beautiful delivery. And the Portuguese side, with that one in the bag, is starting to look relaxed. They're starting to be buoyant. They're on the road. Took them a time, took them a moment to get settled down. John Coelho, the head coach of Sporting CP Lisboa, will be happy with this team's response. Galabov continues to deliver from the service line as well, but that again, yet again, excellent England on the right side for Lüneburg. Reyes piles the pressure on, but that is some pass, but that is some block as well. Big play through the middle. Jackson Howe holding his ground. Oh, what a press. Finally, that is exactly what they needed to do. Kelton Tavares has been so effective through the middle when Grankin can find him. Good pass. Valencia looking for the hands, was going for the wipe off, but found some space. Nice gift for the Lisboa outside, opposite, I mean. Gave him too much line. Crowd trying to ramp up SVG Lüneburg. Just got to keep it close. Big swing. And that is as you would expect. Going at the middle, sitting in defense. Tavares knows he's got a target on his head when it comes to playing defense as a middle. Champlin just takes him on. Wow. Oh, they continue to serve Jan Kalabov as a substitute for Jan Pekershnik. However, Kalabov has been pretty perfect on his pass. Apart from that one error, they have got an overpass. He has been really solid. Valencia definitely starting to wind up. Can he continue on the service? Yes, he can. Takahashi, though, reeling, but gets it in. And that is a big swing. Goodsman doing a very good job of looking convincing as if he was going to get it. And then all of a sudden, Reyes from the pipe appears. Really nice play between the middle and the opposite. Not opposite, the pipe. Squeezing it through, and that is the luck that LISBOA need. Out of sorts, a little bit early, trying to figure out what to do. Rankin putting something up. Go-to players for Lüneburg. Take them through Reyes. Champion just standing, electing to get that one in so they can play defense. And sometimes that's all we need, but unfortunately just wide. Good movements, great pass, Martins, but it is Kalabov on that left wing, continuing to put a heavy thump and an uncontainable hit. This is where the experience can kick in for Sporting Lisboa. Talk about experience kicking in. Got to say, Axel England. Such a young talent for Sweden. Yet more Swedish talent coming through the pipeline. The opposite for Lüneburg. Having a moment. There's that middle yet again. Kelton Tavares is quite terminal, quite hard to slow down. Good take from Takahashi, getting it in, and yet again the savvy play. There, so calm, under pressure. He knows that he's going to be stacked in front of him, and just using that left hand, offhand when you get those wide sets. Just sometimes out of system plays definitely make it harder to defend. Big block, great movement. England on the outside, creating a beautiful line, and the block work from the middle. Jackson Howe joining England, making a big war. Crowd desperately trying to ramp up their team to get across this fourth set finish line. Good defense. Glenkin with one-handed set, but can't get a good delivery. Jump in with the jump set from the pipe like that, trying to throw those different shapes at it. And that one wide, but I think we have got a challenge. We do indeed. Lüneburg looking for a block touch. That one went wide and looking for a block touch out. Got to say to all the Swedish friends, oh, and yes, there was the block touch. What a challenge for Martin. Just little thumb creeping in. Eagle-eyed. Lüneburg get the point. A little bit of a little finger wagging from Sonja Simonovska. The score is changed, and Lüneburg looking more like themselves in this fourth set, 11-9, and a service pressure. A big serve at Jan Galabov from this man. He has had some games, Daniel Gudovelic. Incredible. The two young Swedish players on this team are really just elevating. And yet again, massive swing. Incredible scenes here in Lüneburg. And time-out call by Johan Coelho. Some moving parts. Just in front of Galabov. And Tavares making a duck, and I've got to say that's just quality serving. Knowing where the moving parts are after those scenes. LISBOA with a 4-point deficit, calling their time out, just trying to slow the serve down. The crowd though, they are right there with him, and they are elevating with every little ounce of energy that Stefan Hübner asked they bring. And no surprise, after the service pressure, Jan Galabov is off. He did a fantastic job of coming back on. Good pass. Although can't get the set. And this is a freebie for Lüneburg. Oh, but the big block. Great work. Martin Lorenzo on the left side. Holding his ground. Big movement. Nice little swing out to the side, but it's the angle and the reflection. Now, looking to make an impact, Tavares. Gets the impact he needed. That's a big serve with a big ace. Goes again deep into the corner, but that is just out. No challenge from Sporting LISBOA. Tavares, the +1, but needs more at this stage. 14-11. SVG LÜNEBURG are looking effective again. Cow. With the curveball, does he get the line tag? Is it going to be a challenge? It was close. Lüneburg not challenging. 12-14. What can Valencia do on the serve line? Nothing is the answer as that one goes into the net. No question asked of the receive from Lüneburg. So Takahashi has done a fantastic job of just corralling the defense of Lüneburg. And this is the one you want to stop quickly. And they cannot. That is phenomenal serving. Excellent England, take a bow. You really have had a fantastic opener to the Champions League this season. This is his first club coming out of Sweden, the young 18-year-old. Yet more talent coming from Sweden. And that's a big wipe off just out. Big move by Martins.
Let's go, Lüneburg, let's go! Let's go, Lüneburg, let's go!
Has to work really hard. It's a little underset. And inside, has to work hard for the wipe off, and he does. But can he do some damage on the serve line? These are the impactful moments, and they're running out for LISBOA. Just long, good leave. Lüneburg with the crowd well and truly on their back. I think we're going to have a challenge from LISBOA. All in ball out, no surprise. And that is a big challenge, ball in. Big moment for Lorenzo Martins. But clearly in. Let's get it right at pace. Martins taking over the scoreboard. 14-16. Oh, and a foot fault this time by Martins. Lorenzo really ambitious on the serve line. Love that courage. Unfortunately, just a little too close with that left foot as he went for the takeoff. Settle himself down. Going after a bigger serve this time. That three-point cushion, Ethan Champlin definitely been going heavy after the serves. He needs to get in, he's definitely got that long jump float this time. With the ball going long, we have got substitution now, Grankin coming off. So we're looking at double substitution, we are indeed. Actually, there's no setter on the court right now. Valencia takes over. And that is a big swing. Love that. Big move by Coach Joan Coelho. Taking off the setter, Sergi Grankin, on the big left-hander. Benson with the finish. 16, serving 17. Guinea. Takahashi with the beautiful pass. And the defense not to be found. Good angles yet again by Grubesh on that left side. So fluid. Fast play. And the angles out of the body swings are just so hard to read. 2-point cushion. This fourth set is in the hands of Lüneburg. Can they hold on, or have Sporting CP Lisboa got something left? Grankin fires it out onto the left side. Pressure was on. Big movement. Big swing. That is what you want. A season outside, under pressure, just looking for the hand. 17-18. Sergi Grankin, can he get something on it? He puts a proper whip. Oh, great in, but oh, into the bleachers high. And the power from England is incredible. What a set though. Lima firing it out. 19-17. The youth of SVG LÜNEBURG have been hanging on. Can they hold on? Beautiful pass. Big swing. And that left side is effective for LISBOA right now. Valencia coming in on this left side. Czechia international Galabov gets it under play, and there's a touch. Beautiful defense, but freebie for Lüneburg. The ricochet falls kindly for that man, Axel England. And in this situation, with this kind of ricochet set, it was incredible play, but they couldn't, LISBOA couldn't put the attack energy into the ball. Beautiful block work. England just falls perfectly. Yet more attack points for the Swedish international. Valencia's reeling. The throw down. Takahashi gets a perfect pass in. And Champlin is smothered at the net. Takahashi throwing everything at it. Valencia and Tavares making a big wall in front of Champlin and not finding his way through. 19 serving 20. Big serve. Lüneburg with the free ball. This is an opportunity to level it up for LISBOA. Big swing off the hand, and Valencia's done it. They are all squared, 5-point game. Are we going to go to a decider? Can Sporting LISBOA take this fourth set? Big questions asked so far. Big answer from Valencia. Oh, ambitious throw, couldn't quite get the contact he's looking for. +1 to Lüneburg. Substitution Axel Larsen, Danish international, coming on. He's got a big serve. It's not an easy ask coming off of the bench. Just one substitution so far. This is his second time, and that's a good delivery. But Valencia makes no mistake about it, coming in big on the right side. (21 all). Crucial moments now for Sporting CP Lisboa. Takahashi passes it beautifully. Wonderful defense. Big play. And just wide. Big defense, big moment. And Sergei Glankin is starting to look excited. And this is a huge lead. What a moment. LISBOA taking the lead in this fourth set, 22-21. Time in. And Stefan Hübner and Lüneburg come out of their timeout looking to level it up. And they certainly do. That is some finish deep into the bottom corner. Clutch play by Ethan Champlin on the left side. It was a big swing, but Takahashi kept that ball flying. Lovely elevation. Not getting greedy with the angles. And this man right now, Axel England, on the service line. This is the one that LISBOA need to move along quickly. England, courageous. Pins Galabov, he gets it fired in. Takahashi takes it off of the hands of the block. And it's a big swing from Champlin on the left side, squeaks it through the block of Lisboa. Amazing defense, Takahashi doing the libero thing, making sure he delivers a perfect ball, and Champlin. LISBOA looked like they were going to be able to hang on, but it was Lüneburg serve that is so effective. And this young man, just 18 years of age, playing to a packed house in Lüneburg, really having the time of his young life. Coming back out, the timeout taken by LISBOA. Axel England gets it underway and he fires it. Valencia with the big swing, Takahashi getting in harm's way. Lüneburg, Champlin on the outside, good recycling. Champlin goes again, he fires it off the hands, no surprise there. And now SVG LÜNEBURG with 2 match points. A determined Ethan Champlin on the left side. Worked the hands, got the recycle, kicked out again, came in heavy, and just that rotation off the hands, a big swing. 2 match points are Lüneburg's. Axel England serving for the match. Goes big and goes long. Oh, the crowd goes silent as 1 match point is saved. Can Sporting CEV LÜNEBURG on the road save the 2nd match point and take us into a duel? Time out called by Lüneburg, just making LISBOA hang on, making that serve feel massive. These pressure moments, it's always interesting. I do like the fact that Stefan Hubner has taken the time out to make the serve pressure feel massive for LISBOA. However, sometimes with a younger team, you never know, the pressure might feel even bigger for this young Lüneburg team. We shall see on the response, and that is all you're ever looking for. It's response, what happens next. Big moment now. Sporting CEV LÜNEBURG serving to stay in the match. Lorenzo Martins goes long, and that is it. Lüneburg have done it in 4, taken it out 3 sets to 1. Big win at home. SVG LÜNEBURG under Stefan Hubner and his young, tall, talented squad have brought home their first win in the CEV Champions League 2025-26. Unfortunately for Jean Coelho and Sporting CEV LÜNEBURG, they couldn't get across that 4th set finish line. They got close, they threw everything at it, but it was just not good enough on the day. But a great result for LISBOA. Debutants in the Champions League have to start somewhere, and this was a good start for LISBOA. But it is SVG LÜNEBURG under a packed house in the arena who bring home the win in 4. Denise Austin here with you. Thank you so much for joining us as we begin the CEV Champions League 2026. What scenes here in Lüneburg. Incredible. Packed house. Nobody's gone home. Everybody's here to stay with their team as they celebrate a big win.
Wir sagen doch mal herzlich willkommen und die Ehrung gilt an unsere Nummer 2, Daniel Gureo.
The player of the match. It was going to be one of two Swedish players. Big day. Daniel Druveas, the outside for Lüneburg, bringing home player of the match. Formerly of Falkenberg from Hirschring and in Germany, and now moving on to Lüneburg, bringing home player of the match. But he won't mind about the individual accolades. It's all about the team results, and he certainly helped get a massive win at home for Lüneburg.
Wir bedanken uns für dieses tolle Spiel bei unseren Gästen vom Sporting Club Portugal.
Confirmation of the match statistics. Lüneburg, not Lüneburg. Lüneburg gave them the points away, but it was definitely better in attack. Service pressure, it's just that little bit more. It was a valiant attempt from Sporting CEV LÜNEBURG to hang on in. On the road for the first time in the Champions League. They got one set, but couldn't get the match under their belts. For Sporting LÜNEBURG, they will be at home to Euro for Poland on the 6th of January. Get your tickets in and booked early. For Lüneburg, they are on the road. Poland, they will be playing on the 6th of January as well. They will be on the road. So if you're thinking of travelling and you're a Lüneburg fan, get your travel plans organised. From all of us here at Volley TV, thank you so much for your company. It's a pleasure as always. Wherever you are in the world, tuning in for those 17 countries and the 17 different nations and players that are taking part in today in the Champions League opener. That's the 2026 of the season.
Wenn ihr bereit seid, dann lassen wir unsere Gäste aus Portugal mit den wunderschönsten Gesang der Volleyball-Welt. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Crowd getting behind the celebrations. And Stefan Hubner goes around and says thank you almost individually to every single one on the front row. This is what you train for. These are the moments that you put all those hard yards in. So every single one of the parents, the fans, the family back home tuning in. Sergio Grankin, most decorated player on the court, couldn't help LISBOA get that second set under the belt and take us to 5.
Cool atmosphere in today. It's a team win for sure. We're doing a good job today and we're happy.
Okay, thanks.
Damit wir in die Jugend weitergehen können. Und wir freuen uns am 5. Januar.